It's just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I.
Well, no sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yeah. Let's get ready. Switch me on.
Well, that's great. Either I have a monster in my kitchen or I'm completely crazy.
I don't think you're crazy.
That makes me feel so much better. Are you the keymaster?
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
If the ionization rate is constant for all ectoplasmic entities, we could really bust some heads. In a spiritual sense, of course.
That is my jam, sir. I love it. What is going on, Ghostheads? It is the Ghostheads radio show. My name is Steady. Joining me, as always, is the one and only Matty B. What's going on, sir? Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mate.
We're getting it going.
We're getting it going. We absolutely are. Welcome to you folks joining us on the interwebs. Glad you could join us once again. A little bit to talk about this week. Some stuff that we have coming up. Some things that Sony does not have coming up. And then we're also going to be talking about some contests potentially that we might be running in the near future. Real quick, I'll probably just get this out the way right now to start off with.
Mhm.
And before I do that, if you are watching the stream and if you are part of a Ghostbusters chapter across the U.S., across the world, wherever you're located, we want to know what you guys are doing in your communities. Plug your events, plug your charities that you're participating in or running. This is a medium which we can all celebrate Ghostbusters and do some good in our hometowns. So if you are part of a chapter, we want to know what you guys are up to. So let us know in the comments. We'll give you a shout out, basically.
Neat.
I have been here to the ground awaiting any news that Sony is going to be participating in some shape, way, or form at San Diego Comic-Con. This would be a great opportunity to just give the Ghostbusters fans a little bit of a bone, and provide us with just some more information regarding the animated show, the sequel to Afterlife, any one of those things, right?
Yeah.
The only thing, today is Monday, January 18th. Preview night is Wednesday. First official day is Thursday. The only thing that I've heard so far from Sony is that they are going to be screening the Morbius movie
Oh, God.
again.
Oh, let it go.
Yeah, and I don't know what to say.
No, but I agree with you there, Ted. I think it's very odd, given how much we've been promised, that's coming out relatively soon, that
Yes.
Sony is not doing anything Ghost Core related. The team is not on board so far for San Diego Comic-Con, and we know that other big franchises are making moves here at San Diego Comic-Con. We know Marvel's going to probably announce the Mutants. We're going to probably get some X-Men stuff and a lot of other things. Secret Wars. There's a lot of things that they could potentially go for, and for the Ghostbusters to not show out here a little bit is kind of disappointing.
It really is, and I understand maybe this San Diego Comic-Con isn't like 100% back to normal. I know they're taking some like drastic safety measures because the last two have been canceled, and depending on where you're at, COVID cases are on the rise again. So maybe that's the reason why they're trying to be a little bit more conscientious of that. That's a possibility for sure.
Hmm.
But they have like Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse they can talk about. They have Craven the Hunter they could
Hmm.
potentially talk about. We haven't seen a Craven teaser or anything just yet. So like those are things they could already be talking about to start drum up a little bit of anticipation and excitement.
Hmm.
Haven't heard anything yet. But I still would love Ghostbusters to have some sort of presence at San Diego. In years past, they've put up like the equipment and they've put up, merchandise that you can see that's coming up. 2015, I think they already had the equipment for the 2016 film on display, and you could see sort of all of the merch that was up and coming from that film. But as of today, as of 10:28 p.m. Central Standard Time, been no major announcement of how much Sony's going to be doing this weekend.
Yeah, and again, it's we have so much to talk about. They could have put together a disappointing presentation, even talking about what we already know. But they're not doing anything. It seems maybe they're gonna, maybe they're actually doing the right thing and just gonna give us something crazy that nobody expected or there was no leaks of. But as of now, it seems like we're pretty quiet. And you were talking about merchandise,
Yeah.
and I wanted to share um, my screen for a second, if I can, with you, Ted, because this is something else that is concerning me, merchandise wise. We're coming into the seasons here, and so we're on Spirit Halloween. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Spirit.
I'm just gonna type in Ghostbusters. Let's go ahead and get this. Just a little bit of zoom.
Real quick, Damon's in the chat. Says, "Hey
Yeah,
guys, how is it going?" Damon's going fantastic, sir. Welcome, welcome. Paxton. Paxton's in the chat. South Dakota Ghostbusters. Their biggest event is coming up here called SuperCon, September 30th
yeah.
through October 2nd. But the next event is this weekend. Um, but our next event is this weekend to an event this coming 23rd. Ooh, okay. Yeah. If you want to plug it, PAX, let us know exactly where people can find you guys, what time.
We're losing you, Ted.
Cool.
We're
What you got,
losing
Matt?
you.
My bad. My bad.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Let us
it's
know
all
what's
good.
going on.
Um, so I was talking about merchandise, and we're coming up on this season. Like, this is Halloween costume prepping season right now. If you're gonna have a good costume, right? You know, you don't want to go too far into August at least before you kind of know what you're getting, so you know how to put everything together. So I was looking to Spirit, and I was thinking about getting some of the equipment that we had seen in the past, but under Ghostbusters, this is all we have. And it's cool that they have a Dana, Azul, and the rubber gloves is always good quick pickup for. It really makes your costume look better. That I'm glad they have those, but no equipment whatsoever. We have Janine, we have there's some cool stuff there. No Lewis Tully, which we've seen previously. Kind of some real Ghostbuster stuff, but no equipment whatsoever. And I'm thinking with Ruby's went out of business, and they had the contract for the Ghostbusters equipment. And I hope they didn't lose that. It would suck to go through the Spirit season without some of those easy modifiable, quick and cheap, good items that they had before. That Halloween doesn't feel the same walking through Spirit if you can't look at some of those items. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mad about it. That's okay, but I'm kind of upset about it.
Yeah. No, no, no. I agree. It's a little concerning, right? Especially because we've seen so much more merch like over the last year and a half
Mhm.
regarding Ghostbusters. I went into Target last Halloween and they had a Ghostbusters display. They had Stay Puffed, who was like 9, 10 feet tall. They had an entire arrangement for just Ghostbusters merch. And I'm
Hmm.
just like, how proud of a moment is this? Like, I'm just loving this. They're getting so much attention to where, we really even haven't had a whole lot of um, just merchandise to begin with in the past, but now we're getting like a massive display in the center of their Halloween seasonal section. So to me, that was a great moment, kind of seeing the franchise, get some kudos and get some more attention out there. So more stuff like that, please. Whoever's in charge of that, Sony, whatever, you know, do
Yeah,
that,
please.
please. Absolutely.
Paxton's in the chat with the link there. If you guys want to check it out, definitely hit that link there. Paxton's a great member of the gang, Frank and gang. And we love to see that there. So definitely check that out. I'm going to look at it as well. And then maybe we can drum up some donations from the crowd here
Ooh,
and
yeah.
and put that towards what Paxton's got going on.
That would be great. Fantastic. Let's see here.
Damon? I'm doing great. It's been keeping myself busy for this Halloween outdoor decoration project of Ghostbusters. Just done the wood cutout of the animated real Ghostbusters. I saw that actually. I saw you posted that today. Um, and yeah, 10 foot tall ghost skeleton. Okay. So you're gonna set up the whole thing. Is there an ecto in the group? Or are you gonna set that out front too? Or I kind of want to pay the leader of my group, Rob. He has an ecto. I want to be able to pay him just $100 for the night when all the kids are coming through, just to park outside. I'll set up some ghosts and everything. It looks like an investigation when you come up to get your candy. So let me know what you're doing there, Damon. I saw your post though. Keep it up.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna share the SuperCon details if that's cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. For those of you who are in the, let's see, do this. Here we go. Screen 2. All right, sweet. SuperCon information: September 30th through October 2nd.
Yeah.
SuperCon Retro Mania at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. If you're in the South Dakota area, be sure to check it out. The South Dakota Ghost be in attendance, hands. What else? Busting ghosts. All the
You're a
stuff that we do at events, right?
you are a consummate professional, Ted. You are the most funny person I know. But yeah, this looks pretty legit, and this is one of those fun little cons where it's not over highlighted by a lot of celebrities that kind of come through and take some shine from the local cosplayers. This looks like one of those ones where you can really shine with a franchise table or something, and really get some pictures, get some local engagement, and then you know put it towards whatever your goals are as a franchise. If that's donating the money or whatever it might be, these types of cons are great for that, and it's some of the best for networking. That's for sure.
Looks like they have some voice actors in attendance. They also have Jerry the King Lawler, WWE or WWF, however you want to
Yeah,
think of it, legend. So definitely check that out.
Jerry the King Lawler. I mean, there were some. He called some epic matches. I mean,
Ooh,
the
Bruno's
King.
gonna be at SuperCon. Matt Lintz, who plays Bruno on Disney's Miss Marvel, fantastic series. Matt will be in attendance at SuperCon. He was
Yeah,
fantastic. I also heard he was sort of in the running for Spider-Man. Like Tom Holland beat him out. He was like pretty close to one of the finals, the finalist for being the most recent Peter Parker.
yeah, but how do you beat Tom Holland?
I don't know. The dude kind of one with the acrobatic movements and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He had a leg up on everybody. There you go.
Yeah, that looks like a cool event, Paxton. Keep us up to date. And again, I know you guys always extend us invites up there, but hey, the superhero car show is going to be insane in
Boom.
San Antonio. Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, and I know all of us have to be Star Wars fans too. It's very rare you find someone who is a Ghostbuster fan but doesn't like Star Wars. Okay, we like tech, we like the '80s. Ewan McGregor, star of the prequel series and the Kenobi series, making an appearance. Giancarlo Esposito. Some of you might know him as Gus. Some of you might know him as Moff Gideon.
Ooh, yeah.
Either way, great meetup session there. Hulk Hogan. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Hulk Hogan before. Also going to be in attendance. It's going to be an amazing time. It's one of those cons you're going to fill up your merchandise and your memorabilia with some great autographs that you're going to be able to keep forever. Ewan McGregor, Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, Hulk Hogan, like those four alone. I don't, other people have to be nerds like me, right? Ted, are you a nerd like me?
A little bit. Haley
Those
Atwell.
four, Haley Atwell, oh my gosh,
Oh my gosh.
it's gonna be insane. I'm so pumped for it. I can't wait. The
Well,
4th through the
definitely.
7th is marked off my calendar.
Absolutely. We'll kind of go through some more details because I think our group is still planning on being in attendance, and we'll be sure to call it out at the end of the show. Paxton says, "I would if I had more money. I bought too many packs." Gus came last weekend for an event called Against Voices Against Cancer. That's fantastic. I didn't know he was doing things like that. That's awesome. Bryce says, "At least that's a good problem to have, Pac-Man." Let's see. Adam says, "Checking in the show whilst getting ready for work. Hope you all are doing great. Love watching. Appreciate you, Adam.
Love you,
Awesome."
Adam.
Let's see. Real quick, because Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, the video game by Ilphonic, they tend to just drop little breadcrumbs every single week. And last time we did this show, we were trying to figure out exactly what the mechanics of the game were going to be. We have a little bit more information from a tweet from Ilphonic. So we were sort of right in how the ghost wins, how the spirit wins. Anybody who doesn't know, Ghost Spirits Unleashed is going to be a Ghostbuster team, a spirit, and every character is a playable character. So you can play either as a spirit or as a Ghostbuster team. As a ghost, you win two ways. Either you scare all of the civilians away in the map that you're playing in. There's just like maybe a half dozen or so maps that you're going to be able to utilize. You either scare all of the NPCs, non-playable characters away, or you fully haunt the entire map. And that was the one thing that I was sort of talking about. It appears that as a spirit, you have the ability to affect the environment around you. The environment will have some sort of like a haunt meter, I suppose. And once you either fill it up to where it's like completely haunted, meaning like there's just ectoplasm everywhere, or there's just like damage to the point where there's no recoverability at all, then you win as a ghost. So those are the two ways that we now know you can win as a spirit. And of course, if you're part of the Ghostbuster team, the only way you win is by capturing the ghost. I also assume there's some sort of health meter, or they're probably not going to call it health, right? Because spirits don't have health per se, but there's some sort of meter you will have to break down to the point where it's empty, and then you would then be allowed to potentially capture the ghost at that point, throw out a trap, capture them. That's how it probably works. Maddie, any thoughts on that, sir?
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of these things are starting to come to fruition, which I enjoy for sure. And we kind of knew that it would be what level of haunt you can get on an area versus how much of the PKE or the paranormal energy that they can take away from the particular avenue. It's going to be a battle between the Ghostbuster side and who can haunt the most. The ghost being able to infiltrate inanimate objects throughout the course of it. I'm excited. I release it, please. Just release it.
We're
And
ready.
yeah, I'll have my thoughts on that when it releases because I thought it may have been out already, but it looks like I think we'll get a lot of drops there close to the Christmas time next year. But they got to give us something in between that time.
Yeah, I really hope so. The way games are sort of doing it now, I wouldn't be surprised if there's sort of a beta release.
Mm.
Kind of get all the bugs taken care of before the full release is out there. So please, Ilphonic, do it soon. Give us a month and a half
Mhm.
to sort of test it out, figure out the mechanics and all that, and then do your full release this fall before wintertime. And I think that would be best. I really hope it works out.
Me too.
Alrighty. Damon in the chat says, I'm holding off on the Ecto 1 woodcut for now, but I am still deciding rather I do the woodcut out of Slimer or just purchase the inflatable Slimer. Ooh. So that's where he's at right now.
Inflatable Slimer will have more of an effect. That 3D effect, um, it might even accentuate some of the 2D pieces that you have. Kind of get the inflatable one.
Absolutely. And Bryce says, wanted to share my gunner seat pack is done. I'm just waiting to take delivery on it. Really?
I don't know what you mean by take delivery. You running pizzas on that thing or what?
And Paxton says the inflatable Slimer would be easier to carry. That is true. Very true.
Mm.
Yeah, Bryce. Let's see. Just waiting on to take delivery on it. Dude, that would be fantastic. A gunner seat pack? Hmm. Where is it gonna go though? Where are you putting that?
It's
You're
on his
waiting for them to
wheelchair.
deliver it. Ah, gotcha. That's right. Okay,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Dude,
He has it strapped to the back of his wheelchair.
that's fantastic.
He says someone else made it
I can't
for
wait to
him.
see
Paxton.
all cars up and all this stuff.
Uh,
Send us a video when it's all finished and completed and all. We'd love to see how that looks.
yeah, for sure. And speaking of the gang that is Franken, we're going to have some competitions coming up. Okay, and I'm struggling on this, but I got some advice from another member in the Franken gang group. And I think that this makes a lot of sense. And I'm just going to go for this. We're doing round 2 of the Proton Pack competition because a lot of people have joined since that first competition. We've had a winner who has secured their prize. It's legit, it's ready to go. I think that we have a lot more members now who may want to submit packs. Maybe people have done some things in the meantime. We're doing round 2 of the Proton Pack Beauty Contest, hosted by Frank and Gang, sponsored by Countdown City Geekcast and the Geekcast store. And we're going for it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the proton packs, and I think it's going to be great. I have a new system of the way that we're going to break this down. It's not going to be bracket style. It's going to be completely poll generated, but we're going to keep the matches as it stands. So more to come on that probably next week.
I'm excited. You excited? I'm excited.
I think it makes the most sense. We had a lot of good entries in the first one, but a lot of people were like, "Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to do this or not." So maybe they were just joining in. Maybe they didn't have stuff to their packs. Maybe they didn't think it was legit. Maybe it's not worth your time. Maybe you're never going to get the the prize. And if Ben Rollins is watching, please share your prize that you received, and let people know it's legit. And you guys post this to Spirit Proton Pack owners, other groups that you guys are in. Let's get a lot of people in here, and let's try to pump this thing up.
Yeah, that'd be great. And it won't be like really soon, right? We're gonna give some time to everybody.
Yeah,
Make sure that everybody's ready to go. Damon's excited. He's in the chat. Bryce says, "I'm posting my new pack for this." Yeah.
yeah. I'm thinking the first week of August maybe is when I'm going to start asking for submissions, because I want to wrap this up in enough time that we can do a flight suit costume competition for October. So that's the slate as it stands currently. I want to do round 2 of the proton packs, get everyone excited to, maybe build what they're going to wear this year for Halloween. Then we're going to start thinking about flight suits and these other sort of things. Run contests on that. I think it'll inspire people to keep working on the cosplay, keep making it as close as they can to what they want, and I'm stoked on it. So yeah, just be on the lookout, okay? Because we're making moves over here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Can't wait for those events. And again, once we also have excuse me. Once we also have Spirits Unleashed out, we're also going to do the sort of the team tournament.
Yeah,
Some
definitely
more
doing a tournament
details
for that.
when that comes out. That's what I'm also very excited about. Because in my head, I'm envisioning it, and it feels like it's going to work out just fine. And so we'll have that figured out for sure. Awesome. A couple of things to talk about, right? So we brought up earlier that the superhero car show in Comic Con is dropping the first weekend in August. Ewan McGregor, Simu Liu, Dave Bautista, Haley Atwell, Giancarlo Esposito, Stephen Amell, and Hulk Hogan are just a few of the names. Paxton's already throwing shots out. He's calling us out. He's calling us out.
You don't want to go against these boys. We got Spurs.
Here we go. Here we go. So these are just a few of the names that are going to be happening August 4th through 7th. And of course, we're not forgetting Ernie Hudson, who's going to be meeting with fans, as well as Dan Aykroyd, who's going to be performing with Jim Belushi and the Blues Brothers Band the night of the 5th, August 5th, which is a Friday. Tickets are still available for the con. Tickets are still available for the Blues Brothers performance, which is completely separate. You have to buy. Um, but there is no autograph signings right now. There is no autograph signings for Dan right now, and the tickets for the photo ops, unfortunately, have already sold out. Whether they release more or not, or if they do anything separate, remains to be seen. But for at the moment, the photo ops for Dan Aykroyd have already sold out. And the most
John
recent
Lovitz.
announcement, John Lovitz. Who doesn't love that?
I love John Lovitz. High School High. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Ted. High
I
School
loved it.
High. Yeah, it was a really, really funny movie, John Lovitz. And he kind of made a little bit of a comeback there in the Bench Warmers. He had a really good role in that movie as well. But I haven't seen him much since then.
High School High, which is sort of a parody on The Substitute in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
The Substitute, and maybe even Dangerous Minds, perhaps. I'm not really sure, but definitely felt like a parody on The Substitute, which is pretty cool. And Tia Carrera was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Just saying.
Ay caramba.
Dave Bautista was also one of the most recent announcements for the event. So that is August 4th through 7th. And I'm going to drop a little information right now. If you're watching this, if you're in the San Antonio area, if you're in the South Texas area, and you plan on attending the con as well as enjoying sort of the Ghostbusters festivities, meeting either Ernie or Dan or going to the Blues Brothers show, we will be having a Comic Con after party Saturday, August 6th. Location and date will be revealed later this week, but Saturday, August 6th is going to be our Ghostbuster after party. You might have already guessed the location, but we're just finalizing details at the moment. So if you're in the area and you're trying to find something to do the night of the 6th, hang out with us and the rest of the San Antonio Ghostbusters team, perhaps the Austin Ghostbusters team, any of the teams in South Texas. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to party with you guys. It's going to be a tremendous time. The organizers for this event, especially, are just so professional. They're so on their game. They think about every single detail. They really go above and beyond for the attendees. They lower their food cost prices. They try and make things very simple and very easy as possible. So there's not a better con to sort of go to if you're able to. And this is just another way for us to sort of get back to some normalcy is by attending conventions again with other like-minded fans. Please stay safe though. Wash your hands. Wear a mask under your cosplay outfit or your costume if you feel that is necessary. Do all the things you think are necessary to still enjoy it and have fun and be safe. It should be a great time. The Ecto one that is going to be there is absolutely gorgeous. That's enough of a reason for the price of admission is to go see the Ecto one that they're going to have on display, as well as the DeLorean, the '89 Batmobile. Such a great event, such great people running it, and we can't wait. Maddie, can't wait, right?
I'm stoked.
Totally stoked.
I'm very excited, and just knowing a little bit of the people who are putting this together, I know at least some of the folks who have the cars in the show. One in particular, especially with the Ecto and having Ernie around, he's going to be very comfortable in this environment. And whenever you can have a con where the celebrities sort of feel comfortable, it's always better, where they're not on edge and they're not just like pushing you away. I think the way that the folks who are putting this together are going to have the show set and run and all of that is going to make everyone feel comfortable. And that means you get a little bit more time with those folks that you spent that money on, and maybe some quality time, especially if you're going for Ernie. Ernie will give you the time of day.
Ernie's arguably the best person to meet at a convention because he gives you such great one-on-one time and he's
Mm.
so laid back and he's very open. He'll probably answer any question you have. He's so open about, sort of the things he's gone through, both with the Ghostbusters franchise because it's not all been good. Some things have some things weren't so great on for him being sort of the odd man out, and he talked about that openly when we saw him a year and a half ago at the Afterlife Film Festival.
Yeah,
But he's so humble, he's so down to earth. He's going to give you the quality time. He'll probably sign an extra item or two. Don't quote me on that, but he's one of the nicest guys to meet at a convention, and it's just great that he's doing this again.
for sure. Awesome. Look at that. We did it in such a short amount of time. It seems crazy. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Any my bad. Damon says, "Dude, tell Elsa to stop freezing you." Yeah, my bad. Technology. Am I right? Am I right?
Am I right?
Sweet. Next week we probably hope to have at least a guest or two on the show. We're gonna start reaching out to more GB chapters, reaching out to potential guests to talk about their chapters and everything else. Be sure to check out the Super Con in South Dakota, as well as there's another one, I guess, Family Fest. I didn't see that one. My apologies, Pax. Family Fest. You can check out the links that are in the chat right now on Facebook for this video, and I will also share it on our Facebook page for the Countdown to the Geekcast. And be sure to check out the South Dakota Ghostbusters out there at those two events. Awesome. For the Ghostheads radio show, my name is Steady. Joining me, as always, is the one and only Matty B.
We did it again, boys. We did it again.
Absolutely. Awesome. Have a great night, guys. See you next week.